love you, Mr. Luke Carson.
I love you, Mrs. Elizabeth Carson.
I can't believe I'm a married woman.
I wonder how your father's gonna take it.
Don't worry about my father. He likes you more than Morton.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I don't know. I guess it was nothing. Well, let's get out of here. I've got to figure out what I'm going to say to your father tomorrow morning.
Oh, Luke, you don't need to worry about anything.
Elizabeth, can you help me with something in the morning?
Well, sure.
Good. So I've got a splinter in a really weird place. Elizabeth?
Yes, Luke?
You're really hot.
I know.
Morton, Mr. Bennett? Ma'am? Morton? Is there a problem?
Well, Luke, there seems to be some money missing from the saloon.
Any idea who it was?
Well, Miss McGillicuddy here and my son Morton, they say they saw you coming out of the saloon in the middle of the night.
I didn't take any money.
Well, what were you doing in the saloon in the middle of the night?
Well, your daughter and I were just talking about the future and stuff.
The future and stuff. In the interest of justice, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either get out of town today or you can stand trial.
That mean we're gonna have another hanging, Pa?
It begins to look like it, son.
I didn't take any money, Mr. Bennett.
I've got 2 witnesses here that say you did.
Can I go say goodbye to Elizabeth?
You can either get out of town right now or you can stand trial. And you can drop your gun here.
I guess a piece of corn can't get justice in a room full of chickens. Give that to your daughter.
Pa, he just called us chickens. William Chaucer? Tell Mr. Morton Bennett this is the last time we're doing this.
What? I don't understand.
You don't need to understand. Morton understands. Think he's alive?
No, not with a hole like that. All right. Looks like engines again, Morton.
Yeah, real Indian massacre again.
Well, what's this, a new coat, Lee?
Yeah, you like that?
No bullet holes, how'd you accomplish that?
Well, let's just say you can't wear a hat anymore.
Gruesome.
All right, let's see what the government brought us this time, boys.
Payday.
Oh, there we go. Here.
Not you deserve it. All right,
Don't spend it all in one place. We'll divide the rest up back in town.
All right.
All right, remember, go back separately.
Well, guess he's not gonna need this.
You're worse than the scavengers. You in or what? Reason, okay.
You know, when we're playing for this small change, I've got something for you gentlemen.
Oh, it's about time. That's less than the usual amount, Mayor?
Well, some of the money's got a hole in it. Can't have that circulating out there, can we?
Well, looks like Lee owes me some money.
I don't think so there, Trooper. If you think it's so easy, why don't you pull the trigger?
Because that's not my part of the deal, Ace.
Without my part of the deal, you wouldn't have that stack of money in front of you now, would you?
You know, maybe I just should be the trigger
Okay,
man.
come on now.
Go ahead, do it.
Don't
Gentlemen, put your guns away.
I don't even have my gun out yet.
Captain Coulter, put that horse back in its barn.
You just saved your life.
Morton, Mr. Morton,
It's Mr. Bennett. What do you want, son?
there's a crowd outside for you.
Well, I knew this was coming. Time to put on a show, gentlemen.
Come on! You give me back my horses! You promised us our horses! Where are they?
That's what I get for trusting the government.
I'm tired of using donkeys.
I want my horses back, or I want to be paid for them right now.
Look, my friends, I understand your impatience, but I am sure that Custer and Captain Coulter here will let us know as soon as he's victorious. He's got a tough job defeating them Indians, protecting the West for you and me. Now, I am sure that he appreciates your generosity and your love of country. Amen.
Hey, those horses are how I make my living. I gave you 48 head of my best stock, and now they're gone. What are you gonna do about it?
I promise you I will look into this as soon as we pay our respects to Will. May he rest in peace.
We gather here today to remember our dear friend and Sheriff, William Chaucer. In these times of need, the Lord provides many inspirational scriptures for us. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward. For the memory of them is forgotten. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For this is the end of all men, and the living lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than this. Thy stature is like that to a palm tree, and its breasts like two clusters of grapes.
He said,
I am so sorry. If you'll allow me to read one more scripture to finish off this sermon. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
That's why there's so much dust around here. There's so many dead people.
Amen.
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 barkeeper, can I have a bottle of your finest, please?
You got it. That'd be $1.
Seems a little steep. This is your finest.
Yep.
Can I get a bottle of the worst?
I only got one whiskey.
Fantastic. Thanks.
Hello. So I hear you're a pretty good shot, my friend.
I'm the best shot in this town.
I don't think so. I'm the best shot.
I could outshoot you blindfolded.
I could outshoot you blind.
Prove it.
Let's prove it. Let's go outside right now.
Let's take that outside.
Let's go right now. Oh! Oh! Okay, okay.
Hello, Morton.
Hey, Luke. Saw you at the funeral. Thanks for coming to town.
See, you finally got a haircut.
Well, thanks for noticing. Lee the barber does quite a fine job for me.
Especially around the ears. You know, I heard about your father getting killed a few months back. I even cried a little.
Well, thank you, Luke.
And up until that exact moment, I had no idea what the expression tears of joy meant. Great to see you.
Come on, Luke. That was my dad. That was a long time ago.
Look, when somebody runs you out of town and threatens to hang you, it kind of sticks with you, Morton.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened back then. But again, that was my dad. I run things around here now. Come on back. Let me buy you a drink. How's life in the big city treating you?
Just like here, Morton, just more people. Smells worse. We're about the same. What happened to Will?
You know, it's a shame. They found his body down by the old mine, shot in the back. Indians, I suspect.
Dirty red devils.
He was a good man.
Yeah, sure was.
But look, you know what? I've got an idea. Would you consider sticking around town if I offered you a job?
Probably not, but doing what?
Well, seem to be short one sheriff right about now.
I'm not your sheriff, Morton. I appreciate the offer. I'm not even sure I'm sticking around.
Look, it pays $150 a month plus expenses. I'd offer you a horse, but we seem to be a little short on him right now. Not much to do, take care of a few fights, a few drunks, that's all.
I appreciate the offer, Morton. Good to see you.
Well, nice to see you, Luke.
Should have left the whiskey.
I don't need a gun to take care of somebody like you.
No, but you're gonna need a doctor.
Fight! Fight! Hey, you guys! Come on, fight me like you mean it!
Gentlemen! Gentlemen! You need to calm down, son.
You're not even a sheriff. You don't even have a gun.
Morton, I'll take you up on that job offer.
Well, you don't have the guts.
I've had a long day. The back of your friend's head just drank the last of my whiskey. And I don't need guts. I've got this. Pick up your hat. And let's go. Got a nice room at the inn for you.
I had the bed with the less lice.
Sir, I can ask you
This is never gonna work. Never gonna work. It's never gonna work, you know. Never gonna work. You're never gonna keep me in here. Hey, you know how I like my eggs in the morning? Scratch!
You shut up.
You're no fun. You're never gonna keep me in here. You can't keep me locked up.
He can do whatever he wants, because he's a sheriff.
You'll see, my brother will come for me.
Never gonna get away with this, Sheriff.
He doesn't even look like a sheriff.
What exactly does a sheriff look like?
I'll tell you what a sheriff ought to look like. Sheriff's gonna be 6 foot tall. Of course, handsome as a devil. And always in black and white, because that's the law.
Well, I guess all you're gonna need is a star and one of these. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a gun, you idiot.
Shut up.
Too slow, Joe. Too slow.
That is a good cup of coffee.
Thank you, sir. So, Clyde, what's your story?
There ain't too much to tell. I fought for the North during the war. I was in the cavalry. I was the best shot they had. I could shoot the gnats off a fly. I'm also one of the most humble people you'll meet.
Okay. You just passing through town?
I came to pay my last respects to Will.
How do you know Will?
Will helped us out back east, and he led the wagon train out here. That man had a heart of gold.
He sure did. How do you know your cellmate?
This guy? We just met.
Well, you make friends fast. So, What's your story?
I'm just here to say goodbye to Will. Once I'm out of here, me and my brother, we're gonna go home.
Who's your brother?
Spica Diablo. Hola, I am Victor Vegas, and I demand that you...
Victor Vegas? Vincent Vegas? The Vegas boys. Come on in. Sit down. Whiskey, coffee? Haven't seen you guys in forever. You don't remember me, do you? We were 10 or 11 years old. Will was teaching us how to shoot. I shot one of his chickens by accident.
I think I remember. You were that skinny kid, missed the barn, and shot 2 chickens. That's right, you were such a terrible shot. Oh, but those chickens, so delicious. Are you still such a good shot?
Absolutely. I heard you're a great shot. You hit a man 3 towns away.
3 towns when I'm not drinking. So, pretty much always 2 towns.
So tell me, how's your father doing?
You know, unfortunately, he is no longer with us. Senor Fermin Hernandez Eduardo Mayo Ruiz Vega was betrayed by somebody very close to him.
Oh, you gotta know your players.
Very true. But tell me, why do you want to be sheriff?
I came here a couple hours ago. They've got no horses. I had to walk from the train station. Morton's the mayor. Will's dead. There's just something going on here. Gotta figure it out.
Yeah, this is a town that gave all their horses to the cavalry to fight with General Custer.
General Custer? He got slaughtered by like 1 million Indians 3-4 months ago. Nobody's getting their horses.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Well, everyone around here thinks they're going to be getting those horses back.
Nobody's getting their horses back. Hey, I've got to go take care of something.
Is it something with the ladies?
Lady, singular. Can you watch these guys?
Si, senor.
Thanks.
Hey. Psst. Let me out. You need to mucho take it easy. I'm the law now. And besides, he took the keys.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Hey, Luke. Saw you at the funeral.
Yeah, I had to come and say goodbye to Will.
Funny, he couldn't say goodbye to me.
Excuse me?
My dad told me why you left.
And why exactly was that?
Because you weren't ready for a lifelong commitment to me?
You know, your dad was gonna hang me.
For marrying me?
No, for stealing money from the saloon.
You stole money from the saloon?
No, but I went to find your dad the next day and he found me first with 2 witnesses that saw me come out of the saloon in the middle of the night.
Did you hear about this?
Your dad said I could either hang or I could walk. Look, I've had a pit in my stomach for the past 10 years, Elizabeth. Can we go somewhere and talk?
Yeah, I guess. But first, there's someone you need to meet. Junebug, come here. Come here. June, I'd like you to meet your father.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
We were married for like 1 day, one night, 20 minutes.
What can I tell you? My lands are fertile. This is your daughter.
Holy moly.
You're old.
Not that old.
Well, you're older than my mother.
So?
What's it like being old?
Just like being young, except it hurts a lot more. I'm a little hungry. You have anything?
Yeah, we can go to the house. I'll talk to you guys later. So, how long are you going to be staying in town for?
It's a great question.
A better question is, why in the world are you sheriff?
Also another great question. I'll be honest, I don't know why I let your brother talk me into it, but man, this town is so different. Will's dead, brother's the mayor, you got no horses, and I've got a kid.
And you're sheriff.
And I'm sheriff, exactly. Super weird.
Did my brother also happen to mention that you're the 3rd sheriff we've had in the past 3 months?
No, but one of the guys I put in jail did. I'm not worried.
One of the guys you put in jail? What, you've been sheriff for less than an hour and you've already arrested someone?
Yeah, but they're nice guys. Remember the Vegas boys from like a really long time ago? It's one of them and a guy named Clyde. They're really nice, just super drunk.
I can still outshoot you.
Nobody shaped like a potato is going to outshoot me.
I'll kill you!
Hey, calm down!
Ah! That was right in my ear! That's because you
you are getting too excited. Remember your blood pressure. I will have you know, the potato is the most noble of all of the root vegetables. It has fed civilizations for thousands of years. I take it as a personal compliment to be shaped like a potato. I love potatoes.
Thanks for the history lesson.
Right, be careful who you become friends with. I mean, that is if you plan on sticking around.
I don't know if I'm sticking around.
I mean, this side of the ground.
Oh, gotcha.
Plus, from what I remember, you don't exactly know your way around a gun.
Look, gun can't be harder to figure out than a woman, okay? What, you point it at somebody, you pull the trigger, and a bullet comes out. Besides, Clyde and the Vegas boys are going to teach me a thing or two, okay? And, you know, your brother said all I got to worry about is a few fights, a few drunks. I'm not worried. I probably never have to use this thing.
Can I see your gun, mister?
How old are you? Right, 10, sure. No, you cannot see my gun. And you should probably call me Pa or Father or something.
Okay, Dad.
That'll work.
That's a lot bigger than Mom's gun.
You have a gun?
Yeah, don't look so surprised. They're a lot easier to figure out than a man. Plus, you know Morton. He's not the protector type. I mean, he always seems to have a lot of money, but he's not exactly the brightest. Plus, he's just been acting really weird ever since our father died.
Well, who had the bright idea of giving all your horses to General Custer?
It was Morton. He talked to my dad, and they convinced the whole town that it would be a great idea. I don't know, I guess it put us on the map, but the government said they would compensate us generously if anything happened to them. But I just think we'll get our horses back.
No, you're not getting your horses back. No one here's getting their horses back. Custer and your horses bit the dust months ago. I don't know, 1 million Indians. Ugh, how much money did the government say?
But don't you think if that were true, my brother would have told everybody?
I'm telling you, it is true. Custer's dead, your horses are dead. How much did the government promise you for your horses?
200.
And how many horses?
I don't know, Luke. Are you sure?
I'm positive Custer's dead and your horses are dead.
Well, if that were true and all our horses were dead, don't you think somebody would have told us? I mean, they even have an officer from the cavalry stationed here.
Yeah, no, I met him. He gets along with your brother swimmingly.
I wouldn't read too much into that. I'm sure he'll be gone as soon as we get our horses back.
Or your money.
Or our money.
Oh. Hey, could we do this again?
Well, I guess there is a social tomorrow. Everyone from town will be there. If you're going to be the sheriff of this town, you might as well come and introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, I'll be there. You gonna be there, Junebug?
Yes, mister.
Dad.
Dad.
See you tomorrow. What's this?
Here, have this. Well, if you're going to be sheriff, you might as well look like one.
Where'd you get these?
Do you remember Pete Thompson?
Yeah, how's he doing?
Not good. He was our sheriff too, and he's dead. These were his.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get back to work. I don't want to get fired on my first day. Are we still married?
I'll see you tomorrow, Luke.
Do you have any force? I swear I shouldn't.
Hey, where'd he go?
Oh, he left just as soon as you left. Pick that lock or something.
You didn't try and stop him?
I am trying to win here.
Gentlemen, come here.
That lock wasn't even...
These locks never work.
Don't think I didn't see anything. Oh, Maurice! Oh, what is this? Badges? We don't need
Yes, you do. Come on, gentlemen, let's go.
Mine has a hole in it.
Would you like another?
Not really. You still around here? I thought you'd be gone by now.
No, sir. Guess it's your lucky day. Do you ever find your soul after you got kicked out of the cavalry?
I don't think I ever had one.
You know, I can still read the headlines. Ginger snaps. You know, in England, they don't call them ginger snaps. They call them ginger nuts. Maybe that's what we ought to call you. Ginger nuts.
You like these ginger nuts?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do you a favor and not put you back in jail. You're gonna do me a favor. Put this on. Let's go, gentlemen.
So what are we doing out here?
Yeah, who's buried here?
No one.
No one?
No one.
No one.
No one. Yet. You see, when I find the man who killed my father, I'm gonna drag his body right here and make him scratch his name right into that gravestone right there. And then, I think maybe after that, I'm gonna make him dig his own grave with his fingernails, like, And then, I'm probably gonna shoot him. Maybe once, maybe 2 times. And then I'm gonna make him bury himself while he's bleeding with just his fingernails.
Wow, you really thought about this a lot. I mean, I like the whole avenging your father's death and everything, but,
Why? You think it was too much? The fingernails?
Yeah, no, I like the fingernails. It's great. I just think you're going to have to trick them, right? You're going to bring them all the way out here. You're going to have to tell him there's gold or money or women or something down there. He's got to dig, right? So he's halfway down, he's digging, and then you tell him the rest of the story. Then you take out your gun and finish the job.
All right, Senor Luke. You're a smart man.
Thank you. Hey, let's lighten the mood a little bit. How about you show me how to kill a man with one of these?
That's what we do best.
Fantastic.
All right, Luke. You just have to remember, there's only one rule when you are sheriff. And that's that there's no absolute rules. You can do what you need to. See? But there's a couple things you should remember. If you're not quick, you have to be smart. But if you're an idiot, then you have to be fast to back up your words. But if you're quick and you're smart, then you have nothing to worry about. And then you can show them a little bit of style. It's intimidating. You can distract them with it. And of course, the ladies, they seem to love it.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Also, never walk into a gunfight on an empty stomach. And also, if you're hungry, your hands will shake. But also, you gotta carry another weapon. So I carry Monica. She loves to clean up after me.
Wow, impressive.
That's nothing.
Hey, then what do you got?
What do I got? I'll show you what I got. I've got speed.
No!
I'll tell you another thing. If you line your targets up just right, you don't use as many bullets.
That would never work in real life. A bullet wouldn't go through one person, let alone 3.
Au contraire, muchacho. I'll load these myself.
Wow.
Are you ready to give this a try?
All
And
right.
maybe this time you can hit more than that little chicken.
How was that?
All right, Mr. Fancy Mustache Man. You were finally paying attention to how it's done.
I'll make you a deal. You help me find out who did this to Will, and I will help you and your brother find out who killed your dad. I'm doing it primarily because I want to see how this bloody fingernail thing works out.
See, you like my fingernails.
I do, I do.
I was born late October, Dad was drunk, Mom was sober, somewhere in the deserts way out west. The prairie dogs and the rattlesnakes and the big old sun toll it takes. I know my mama done her best. This kind of living ain't for everyone. I got my badge and I got my gun. I don't smile 'cause I ain't having fun. I'm looking at you
figure if we split up, we can cover some more ground. Hey, where's your brother?
He's taking care of some business.
You got business to take care of all of a sudden?
He's, how you say, dropping his kids off in the desert.
He's got kids. He's a family man. That's nice, but he could have told me.
Let's see. He's dropping some wolf bait.
Well, that's a great skill to teach your kids. But there's no wolves down here. You got to go to the mountains.
It's more like he's growing a tail.
Well, that's just weird, first off. But, you know, we can find a doctor. They've got snips and saws and clippers. Heck, they probably have an elixir he can drink and his tail fall off in a couple weeks.
Luke, it's
What?
taken a number 2.
Oh. I gotcha. How did I not get that, right?
What? Jerky?
I'm gonna go look for stuff over here. Thanks.
So, how many people have you killed?
Well, if I shot off one of your fingers and one of your toes, how many would you have left?
You killed like 30 people?
Shh. I think he's coming.
Go get it! Finish him!
Stand up, move away from Luke.
Who's Luke? He's the man that you just killed.
I didn't kill him.
You sure look like you killed him. You still have his watch.
Yeah, it's a nice watch. But the man who runs the town said that I can take anything that I want from whoever he kills as long as I don't say anything to anyone.
As long as you don't say anything to anyone.
Yeah, I just heard me say that too.
Seriously, how many men has this guy killed?
Well, there's 2 sheriffs, or 3 sheriffs now. The man from the government, and I don't know, a couple other people.
So wait, when you're rolling these guys over, what kind of money are we talking about?
I don't know, but it was a lot of money. Money like I've never seen before.
Then what happened to the money?
I gave it to the man that runs the town.
Who's this guy?
My name is Shomo Etachikawi Titanka Winnebago.
What in the world does that mean?
It means Indian brave with really long name who likes to travel. But you can call me Ricky.
All right, Ricky.
And what are we gonna do with this Ricky? I say we string him up. He just tried to kill you, Luke.
No, this isn't the guy, I swear. It was a guy up in them rocks. Did you happen to see anybody shooting at me by any chance? Ricky?
Yeah, there was a man with hair of fire and a young boy.
Lee the barber? I wonder who the boy was.
It doesn't matter who the boy was. Seriously, we need to string him up and then we shoot him.
Hey, for all we know, he's telling the truth. Ricky. Tell you what, I'm gonna give you 3 options. The first is I'm gonna take you back into town. I'm gonna hand you over to the cavalry. They love Indians. Number 2 is I'm the sheriff. You were stealing my watch. I'm gonna take you and put you in jail. Number 3 is you stick around and kind of help us figure out what's going on here. Ricky, what'll be?
I'll take number 3.
Okay, fantastic. Gentlemen, let's go get a bite to eat.
Hey, hermano, these are amazing. Thank you so much for dinner.
Gracias. Yeah. You're gonna make somebody a wonderful wife someday. What's your secret?
One could only hope. My secret? I cut these potatoes long, like a gun barrel. Then I cook them, but only partially. And then I cook them again, in the lard of a pig. Then salt. And that's what I call Spanish fries.
Spanish fries?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard of that.
I must tell my people about this.
Oh, please, do not. Don't. I've only told you 4. And one more. He was a Frenchman. His name was McDonald.
The Frenchman. Name McDonald.
Yeah, common name. See, we were fighting in the war. And as one does, we started swapping recipes. He told me my Spanish fries would taste good with a sweet, tangy tomato reduction. I couldn't stand that, so I shot him.
That's quite the story. Sure he's dead? Wouldn't want this recipe falling into the wrong hands.
Yeah, of course he was dead. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was dead. Well, when I left him, he was bleeding like a lot.
Sure you didn't just, hit him in the sweet, tangy tomato reduction?
Hey, funny guy.
What part of the body's that?
Hey, let's take a minute. Let's be serious. Luke, I've been seeing the way you've been looking at that Miss Elizabeth. What's really going on?
Well, funny you should mention that.
I've got a girl, she's super duper, she's really hot, she's got a nice pooper, and we like to go camping in the woods. Her and I, we both love Jesus, and we both love 7 different cheeses, and I had to say I do to see her goods. And I know there is no other. I heard she was from Kentucky and almost married her brother. We both like to be in the shower and stay up late till the wee hours in the morning. Watch a gunfight in the street. Glad I don't have tuberculosis, but I smell like whiskey and halitosis. And she's just glad I have all my teeth. And I know there is no other. If you want to see what she's gonna look like in 20 years, take a look at her mother.
Piece of ash. Excuse me? From the fire.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, to answer your question, I think we're still married.
Married?
And I found out today we've got a kid. Her brother and her father. They ran me out of town the day after me and Elizabeth got married. Her dad was hang happy. If I didn't leave, I wouldn't be alive right now.
I could see why, Luke, that you have this grudge against Morton.
Look, I wouldn't mind if he stopped a few bullets. Now, wait a minute. What is your plan for tomorrow? Figured we'd walk into town, present the evidence, and put him in jail.
Really? Really? You're just going to walk into town and then just put him into jail?
Well, I was hoping to have a little help.
Morton owns every gun in town. You don't stand a chance.
I don't. But we do.
That is not what I signed up for.
Look, Clyde, I'm real good at shooting chickens. There's only so many things in life worth fighting for, okay? And this is one of them.
Hey, and true love, too.
Well,
true love.
Oh, and a good sandwich.
And a good sandwich like pastrami on rye.
Oh, we're always thinking about the perfect pastrami on rye with the sauerkraut and the mustard and the melted Swiss.
Okay, you had me at melted Swiss.
There we go, amigo.
So what is your plan? Well, they always have their parties over by the gallows. Figured we're walking on the east side of town, over to the telegraph office.
The men discussed their plans late into the night, and although they knew that they were some of the best guns around, they also knew the odds were not in their favor, and they had one shot at pulling this off.
And don't do anything till I say Gatling gun 3 times. Yeah, Catalina gun. Excellent. May God help us.
Well, Lee, looks like that bullet went clean through your pride and into your shoulder. That's a first.
Mort, why do we keep Trooper here?
That's because I'm the only one that gives this whole operation credibility, that's why.
Morton, I don't think Luke is who you think he is.
You mean who he was, right? You got him, right? You told me Byron got him.
He did, he hit him.
All right, then all we got to worry about is finding ourselves a new sheriff. One that you could take target practice at once you get healed up, of course.
Mr. Bennett, I heard Luke over by the old mine talking about how he's gonna arrest you tomorrow. And he's got a posse with him too.
Wait a minute, I thought you said you hit him with the gun.
I did. I hit him with the gun.
Oh, God.
Hey, I still got one good hand.
Make your move.
All right, gentlemen, let's not overreact. Luke has been here 1 day. 1 day. There's no way he could have figured things out in 1 day.
And he's got Ricky with him too.
Oh, son of a gun.
That's it.
They do know everything. Stinking Ricky. This is what we're going to have to do. I'm going to have to tell the town about the horses. I'll tell them that the government money is coming. It'll buy us a couple of days. All good things got to come to an end at some point, gentlemen.
Well, that changes things drastically. What's your plan for this?
Well, I'm not going to be sticking around to find out what happens next.
Well, it doesn't do me any good. I'm an officer. I got hung for desertion. I can't go anywhere.
Well, if the right people find out, or maybe the wrong people find out about it, then we're all going to get hung. All right, I've got the best of the business right here, right? Now, Lee, how many times have you been shot? Okay, once. And David, you're a trained military officer, so calm down. We'll get this figured out. Between you guys and Jimmy and Byron, and I'm pretty sure I could get Frank and Billy, it's not like they're going to be rolling into town with a Gatling gun.
Actually, Mr. Bennett, I did hear him talk about a Gatling gun.
Are you serious? Byron, there's no way that you heard that right. How are they going to get their hands on a Gatling gun? Here's what we're going to do. David, tomorrow during the festivities, you're going to come in with a telegram.
Okay.
Make it look official.
All right.
Okay. Lee, I need you to go into town and find every man who has a gun and who likes money and tell them I got a job for him.
Got it.
Excuse me, everyone. Can I get your attention, please? I just received some very unfortunate news by telegram. I'm going to read it for you. It says, "We regret to inform you, General Custer has met his demise, along with all of his men and all your horses. The due agreed upon compensation will be sent via courier to your town shortly. Please send a government official to the location agreed upon in a later correspondence.
You better have our money, Morton. I gave you 48 horses. How about the rest of you guys?
I had 4. I had 6. I had 12. I had 2. I had 5.
Carry the 2. 77 horses. $200 a head, that's $15,000.
More like 15,000 times 3 dead guys, Morton. Look, I'm really sorry, but Custer and your horses died months ago. And believe it or not, the government sent the money right away. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Morton, but your father went out the first time to collect, right? And he was killed by Indians. And then you sent out Pete Thompson, if I remember correctly, was a sharp dresser. But that didn't keep him from getting killed by Indians. And then finally, you sent out Will. Killed by Indians. You know, Mort, I don't think it was Indians. I'm thinking it was you.
That's preposterous. You can't prove anything. You have no evidence. In fact, I've never even been to the murder scene for fear I might meet my own demise.
Well, you know, I was out in the desert getting shot at yesterday. I found a little something that might belong to you.
It's a coupling. Got a W on it.
Turn it over.
Oh, it's got an M on it.
4.
Morton.
Thank you.
Wait, that doesn't mean anything.
Found it right next to this, Morton. I gave it to your father 10 years ago. I was gonna give it to Elizabeth, but you and your father ran me out of town. I'm even thinking it was you who took the money from the saloon.
I don't have to prove anything to you.
No, you don't. I totally get it. I think everyone here does as well. Morton, gonna have to arrest you.
You think you're gonna come into my town and arrest me? Luke, you got no style.
Well, maybe my lack of style is my style. And I lack so much style that I actually have more style than someone with style. But yes, I'm gonna arrest you. See you don't wear a gun.
I don't have to. I have people for that.
Looks like it's time for another killing.
Besides, Luke, I don't even think you are sheriff. I don't think we filed the right paperwork with the government, did we?
Not that I recall.
I didn't think so. So I'll be taking that badge. And I'll be taking you boys off to jail.
You know, Morton, when I left here 10 years ago, I went to work for a gentleman named Allen Pinkerton. I was sent here because even the President of the United States knows you're a greedy, father-killing coward.
You're a stinking liar.
Anybody know why General Custer lost the battle?
They had like about 1 million Indians.
Well, there's that, right? And then, George Custer was one cocky son of a biscuit. The night before he left for the Montana Territory, I had suggested, I said, George, you might want to bring a Gatling gun, a little insurance. He looked at me and he said, Luke, just a few Indians. I'll be fine. Then he proceeded to vomit on my shoes.
You know General George Custer?
Well, I knew George. I can't know a dead person, but yes. You know, I kind of wish I had a Gatling gun right now. Perched up on the hill, aimed down towards you. Huh. Well, look at that. Gatling gun. I don't see it. Where is it? Right here.
Come on, Morton, let's go. I'm not going anywhere. You're all out of bullets.
You're out of men with guns.
No, I've got one more. I do keep insurance.
Clyde, after he discharges his firearm, arrest him, make sure he gets a fair trial, and then hang him. And Victor, find me a doctor.
Luke, I think we shot the doctor.
Great. And find me a headstone, something not too tall, something funny written on it. So we kind of laugh.
Enough! We end this right here, right now.
Sometimes there's no justice, no God when you lay all cards down. In the morning you will be hanging from the gallows. You can't get out of town. Lost is the love of a woman with a heart broken in two. In the morning you will be running or hanging. Tell me, son, what are you gonna do? Well, I'm running so far away. Don't worry, my darling, I'll come back someday and tell that old hangman there's no work today. And my heart is broken in two. My heart is broken.